Hello. How is everyone doing tonight? It's a good Thursday night, baby. Just give me a second here. I'm working on some socials. Social. I do have to say, person gave me. I'm gonna stick to the ones that I usually wear. Okay. Thanks for the follow. Aria. I like the name Aria. It's very pretty. It reminds me of Pretty Little Liars. It's going good. How are you doing? I'm enjoying my Thursday night. So the plan tonight is to do politics, obviously. We are going to touch a little bit on the Middle East area, but we did a lot of that in my afternoon stream. So we are going to do more domestic politics. And then we're going to touch on a couple of like pop culture stuff. But I am going to start off with a game or two of Suika because everyone's been wanting me to do that. So that's what I'm going to do. Yes, we're going to touch upon that, you know. But in my earlier stream today, my long day stream, we did a lot of that. So, and we didn't really get a chance to do domestic politics. And so, I think domestic politics deserves a little bit of airtime. So I looked at, I clicked on my analytics, and it says some of the people that watch you watch this other dude. I click on this other dude who doesn't have an icon, is just literally just on the site. I stream almost daily. I stream Monday nights, and then double stream Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. If I get more viewers, I will start streaming more. But right now, that's my schedule, you know. Gotta work around the daily life. I am not originally from here, but I will be considered an American citizen in a day and a half. I will be taking my oath. Anyway, so that guy, I clicked on his stream. He was live. He's live right now. And he's just like, from what I caught, he was just some guy who lives in Gaza who's just debating with glasses on, like people from his Discord. And it's hilarious. Maybe we'll have time to pop in. Who knows? Where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? So my goal here is to get 2 watermelons, because we managed to get a very rare watermelon. Oh, Dubai. I have friends in Dubai. They're either... People who I know there are either pilots, or they're air hostesses, or their significant others are pilots. Like, they're like the expats who live there. What do you do in Dubai? to take these contacts out. Jeez. They're so uncomfortable. They're really easy to put in, but they're very uncomfortable. I'm gonna stick to the ones that I like. There's a reason why I like them. I have to like stop doubting myself. Share me your feelings to live in a superpower country with the biggest GDP, the most powerful in the world, so you feel so proud. Am I right? Sometimes I'm proud of America, sometimes I'm not. I mean, we're not perfect. There's a lot of bad things that we do, and there's a lot of things that we can improve domestically. We certainly could not be funding the war in Gaza, but that's also another reason why I love the US, why I emigrated here, or am currently living as an expat, because I can criticize the government without having the fear of somebody kidnapping me. You're a freelancer animator and graphic design is my full-time job. Oh, that's cool. That sounds hard. Do you design like... Okay. Freelancing stuff, huh? What are you looking for, a freelancer? Because I haven't had the time. And it's not my job, so... not the best at it. Is my stream frozen? Because if it is... Please let me know if my stream freezes or buffers, because I've been working with my... No, it's smooth. Okay, great, thanks. I've been like trying to work with my internet provider, trying to figure out like, because one time my stream was buffering like crazy, and so me and my roommate were trying to figure out the issue. And then like that, in that exact same stream, I don't know why this happens, maybe it's a Streamlab bug, but it suddenly muted itself, the stream, after 2.5 hours of straight streaming with no issues, apart from buffering. It just muted itself. I hadn't touched any settings or anything like that. If you're promoting yourself, then no. Are you talking about my Twitch? Maybe you can link it on my Discord and I'll check it out sometime. But I'm not gonna look at it right now because I'm streaming. I'm mid-stream and I'm playing a game. So I'm not gonna be looking at your portfolio. So just join my Discord. The link's on my about page. No, I'm not gonna do that, dude. If you're just coming in here to, like, advertise yourself, I'm not gonna go out of my way and, like, stalk you. Like, that's just not gonna happen. Pretty happy where I am right now, so if that's what you're on here doing, looking around for work, that is bannable. If any of my mods see you, you are in trouble. It doesn't matter if you follow me on Twitter or not. It doesn't mean I'm going to use your services and pay you. Like, that's just not... This is so frustrating. I'm just trying to... I'm just a girl who's trying to stream, talk about politics, and play some games, and have fun, and build a community. That's all I want, okay? And I've already had such a bad experience with, like, certain people coming in here pretending to be helpful. There was already drama, and I'm just not about that life. As of now, I am not interested. So if you want to leave because all you want from me is work, then go ahead. I'm not trying to be in the same situation that I was. Take off my contacts. These contacts suck. They're so dry. I really want to go on that guy's, like, stream, but I probably agree with a lot of his points of views. Like, given from what I saw, like, for, like, 2 minutes, 3 minutes that I watched. I kind of agreed with him more than his debater, but I think that's his whole shtick, you know, so he won't have me on because I agree with too much of his stuff. But he seemed interesting. If he really is in Gaza and he has access to internet, like how? I'm curious. I want to know. Hi, TM. Good evening. Well, that's the goal. 2 watermelons. That's the goal, baby. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get it, but we're gonna try. I didn't think I was gonna get 1 watermelon on stream, let alone last stream. The first time I decided to open it after a while. You literally never know when you're gonna get a watermelon. And then double watermelon? Of course I don't want to go to Gaza right now. It's been bombarded. What kind of question is that? I know. I was so happy that you were there to see it. And a bunch of other people too. I was like, yes. Like, that is why I didn't want to practice off stream, because if I had gotten in Watermellon, nobody would have believed me. They'd be like, there's no picture. I probably would have taken a picture. I would have probably taken a picture. But it wouldn't have been as good of a content if I had gotten it off stream than on stream. Hi Zeus! What's good? Thanks for coming back. Arya, you are giving me the vibes of this person. I don't know, TM and Zeus, if you remember that drama that I talked about last year. The end of last year and beginning of this year. That drama with that dude. You are giving me vibes like him. That's like the vibes you're giving me. So, yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Been playing this game too. Sometimes when you hit the middle of the two fruits, both transform. Exactly. Dude, that is gold. But it's so hard to get the middle. Like, drop it right in the middle. It's so hard. Yeah, exactly, Zeus. Arya, I don't know if you're a dude or a woman. I don't even know. You could even be that dude who just made another account. But you are giving me vibes. Those are the same vibes I get. Just aggressive, not listening to what I'm saying, self-promoting, just like very aggressive and not listening kind of vibe. And like very bossy in a bad way, like commanding in like a bad way. I'm gonna bust, man. I'm not gonna make it. Oh. I'll bust for a little longer. If I'm making weird eye movements because I put on those contacts that I showed you guys that my eye doctor gave me to try on before my normal contacts come in, I hate them. They're shitty. They're so easy to put on, but they're so bad. They're so uncomfortable. And I haven't been drinking. I haven't been doing anything else. And I've been wearing them, what? Maybe half hour and they're already super uncomfortable. Thank God I tried them and I didn't wear them out. Imagine. Just freaking imagine. I'm sorry about that. Sorry for offending you. Look, I don't know if you're actually that person or not. I'm just saying that you can't come in and solicit and be like, hey, but I followed you earlier. And then be like, why you aren't playing GTA 6 or 5? Like, you can't just do that. Like, that's weird and aggressive. Like, you literally, first time in my community, you're gonna come in and do that? Like, that's weird. I have 3 pineapples. How have neither of them touched? I'm just gonna let this, like, bounce a bit. Glass isn't an option? Glasses? Yeah, I do have glasses. They just leave marks. They ruin my makeup. So I don't usually wear them unless like I'm in the movies, like watching a really long movie. Like, let's say when Dune comes out, I'm not wearing contacts. They dry my eyes out. So I'm gonna be wearing my glasses for that. In college, I would wear glasses. So I would wear them a lot more than I do now. If I drive at night, sometimes I'll prefer to wear glasses. I don't technically need to wear glasses when I'm driving because my eyes aren't bad enough to like necessitate that. But I would prefer to wear my glasses when I'm driving at night or contacts. But I don't really drive either because I live in a city and I've always lived in cities. Oh fuck, man, I'm sorry. Trying not to swear. Are you a very big streamer? You have 1 million on Twitch or Twitter. Yes or no? Why are you showing so much attitude towards me? Show your attitude on Twitter. What? Zeus, what is happening? TM, what is happening? This is what I'm saying. I think you should leave, Arya. What your moderators can do maximally, they just ban me. Oh my god, I can't. There's some weird people on Twitch, man. Like people who cannot function socially. Try talking like this to a woman in real life. See how fast you're gonna be iced out. Or somebody's gonna like, you know, call the cops or something like that. I don't know how it works in Dubai, but in America, if you talk like that to a woman, you can't talk like that to a woman. You'll slap. Hi, Shark. Thank you, Shark. My knight in shining armor. Jesus Christ. Don't let him spoil your humor. Yep, no, you know, we're gonna keep going. Because you guys keep me going. My community does. Spank them, Shark, it makes me happy. But that is not America, that's why Dubai has a nice image in the world. America doesn't. I wouldn't say that. I think I would not say that about Dubai. Dubai has a good tourism image, but it's part of the UAE, and people don't like the UAE. I'll say that. So let's just pause on your national pride and shitting on America, okay? That's stupid. I am anti-gun. Why would I be okay with people having missiles in their bags? Like, that's just another reason why, like, it's seen as so violent there. And anti-woman. And very religious. And they're just trying to buy sports, the UAE. Don't even get me started. I'll be damned if they buy tennis. They have no other way of having soft culture influence except for using their money to buy sports. Because people don't electively want to. Like, gay people can't exist there. Like, it's just like, you do any drugs, you're fucked. The Saudis. The Saudis, yes. What the heck are you talking about? You are feeding into, like... You are feeding... TM, you're probably right. Hi, Owen. What's up? It's been a while. How are you doing it? How are you doing? What a stream to join, Owen. Yes, you can ask a makeup question, Zeus. Interesting that a dude would be interested in makeup. I respect that. Not the regular stream. It's a regular stream. I just haven't streamed like me playing games in a while because there's just been so much going on in the Middle East. But I was talking to one of my friends earlier about streaming. And I just thought I'd go back to my roots a little bit. I don't really want to play Outlast tonight because I don't want to ruin my mood. And my roommate's not home. And so I want to be able to sleep tonight. Mainly. And so I'm going to be alone in the apartment. So... yeah, the cat eye? I don't know. Maybe Cleopatra? I don't know. That's a good question. That's like I think maybe Cleopatra. I don't know. Are you talking about when it started or like kind of more of a modern question? Like it came back into fashion more recently. And also like white people, like celebrities, they like the whole cat eye look, the lifted look, like that Asians kind of automatically have. And so they like to pull up their eyes, you know, because it usually droops as they get older. Everyone's does because of gravity. But like it's more apparent in Caucasians because of their bone structure and the way that their genetics are. So they like to use cat eyes and trick of other makeup contours to make their eyes look lifted and less like downturned. That's a long story short. I could go into way more detail, but I don't think you would be interested because oh, don't get me started with the Middle East. I am from the area and it's full of shit trickery, not to even mention it's playground for bigger countries. Yes, Shark. Still less from America. Mary, would you ever play Mortuary Assistant? I probably would. Not tonight, but I probably would. TM. Shark, not really. It's fact. Mary, hey. What? Alright. Let's go, baby. Dude. Is he a bot? I am not crying. What the fuck? You are so weird. You are an actual troll. A troll, you're trolling because you failed at soliciting work from me. And that's bannable. The fact that I haven't banned you is me being nice. And you're mad. Is that why there's strange people out? AI, TM. You might be right. It might be an AI. Or a 14-year-old. Who the fuck knows? One thing that I have learned is that it's bad to let small fruit on the bottom. Yes. It's just hard, you know, like once, cause like they fall through, you know, when they move, they fall through. So I'm always trying to figure out a way to like think about that in the future. Hey, this fruit is gonna move, so I'm gonna have to find a way to drop it so that sometimes when they move, they merge down here, and you want that to happen, right? So ooh, pineapple. Oh my god, my boobs hurt. You're defo like a 14-year-old. My boobs hurt. Whew. Ow. Definitely a 14-year-old. Is this normal? That my boobs are hurting like this? Or am I right? I see why you're going around Twitch to comb for freelance work. Do you really think that I am going to ask you for work at all at this point? Dude, there are weird people out there, man. It's like getting a girlfriend or a wife if you're heterosexual. What? That's a first. I've never heard somebody call me poor. Yeah, thank you, Shark. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What do these people think? Well, that's what I'm saying, right? Shark, it was weird because, like, this troll, like, would kind of half repeat stuff and then half, like, not repeat stuff. So, like, it was almost like, is it a really smart AI? I don't know. But, like, I don't understand. Like, they get, like, what? 10 minutes of like joy out of trolling and then they get banned and then what? They just like run out of people to troll? Like, I don't understand. Like, what is the goal? I'm fine with prenups. I think some people think of prenups as a bad thing, Zeus? Do you think that they're a bad thing or that they're an omen? I think the attitude is shifting in America. I think a lot of people are choosing to do prenups, or they're like keeping they have like separate bank accounts and then a joint bank account. So it's easier if anything were to happen. I do find that Americans and white people, their ease towards divorce is much higher than Asian cultures. So I remember my father would always say, just be careful who you choose, make, you know, especially like when I moved to America, he always, you know, said that to me, you know. Their attitude isn't like towards marriage, isn't like how we think about marriage. So I remember when my father told me that. You would do a prenup, TM. Good for you. I don't see why not if you're secure in your relationship. I don't think they're AI, but probably foreigners with poor English too. I've spoken with, and I know foreigners with like broken English, things like that. Like, you like, the way he was speaking, he or she was speaking, was very aggressive. Zeus, yes, it's bad. I think the best type of marriage is the one who you have before marriage will always be your, and then what you get in marriage as a couple is what is both own. You need to clarify that a little bit more, Zeus, or rephrase that a little bit. Rephrase that a little bit, because I think I kind of understood what you were trying to say, and then you lost me. And I don't want to, like, get it wrong. As far as I understood, they're from UAE, so usual behavior. They're either smart or just snotty brats like this one, yeah. I'm shocked that they called me poor, but okay. That's literally a first for me. I don't even know how to react to that. Never seen in between. That's funny. That's funny. Darn, no. Imagine that we married. Imagine that we married. What I own and what you own will stay with us regardless of the marriage. But what we achieve as a couple is what we divide when we're divorced. That's fair. So like what we bring into the marriage is kept separate. But what we make while we are married, if we were to ever divorce, we would split. But what about inheritance? I think that's usually the biggest reason. If you're not like a self-made millionaire, billionaire, the other reason why people sign prenups is that they stand to inherit a lot of money, or they inherit money, a non-significant amount of money to inherit. So how would you work that out? The prenup, I mean, I guess the couple would have to agree how that would work. And if kids make a difference. Whoa! I just got something down there. Oh no. Some people put stipulations, like if you've been married for an X amount of years or you have X amount of kids, that changes things. Okay, that's gonna bust. I mean, everybody's poor from their perspective. 90% of their native population are raised with almost infinite funds. They don't produce anything, so. I guess wealth is relative, right? Zeus. That is you or me, depending whose heritage it is. We already had family before marriage. That's an interesting way to look at it. Yeah, I mean, I can sort of agree with that. Should I play one more game, or should I go to politics? I have to take these contacts out, man. They're horrible. Should I play one more game, or should I go to politics? They're stuck on my eye! Dang, they're hard to get off. Wow, my eyes are red. They're so hard to get off. Oof. Ugh. That is a no to these contacts. Okay, one more. So the cat eye thing has come back into fashion. Sometimes if I'm lazy, I won't do the cat eye thing because it takes a long time. And there's different shapes of cat eyes. You know? Like if I'm lazy, like when I'm not streaming, I try not to wear any makeup to let my skin breathe. About the banking account, I believe it's better each one maintaining their personal account for independence reasons. Yeah. Then there's a couple account with the money that you pay the regular bills with. Yeah, I agree with that. It's a good model, Zeus. Good model. Let's see. Was a ignorant men on the makeup subject. I would guess is literally 3 minutes to do. No. This makeup is not even that elaborate. Well, it's semi-elaborate. This took me like an hour. Like in the afternoon. Before I came on. It took me about an hour to do. And I have to make it last from my day stream to my evening stream. So there's like certain tricks and things that you need to do and steps and products you need to use to make sure it lasts all day and evening while still looking like not looking disgusting, like it's melting off your face or something by this hour of the day. You're not ignorant, it's just that it's just, you know, there's no reason for you to even know anything about it. You know, if you're a heterosexual male that isn't working in the makeup beauty industry or the fashion industry, there's just no way, no reason for you to come across it, or no way you would even come across it. Like, it's just, you know. That's actually a good question. I wonder who started it. I'm thinking Cleopatra or like the Egyptians. I remember looking back at pictures like 10 years ago. The cat eye thing wasn't always in. Like the look of the cat eye thing wasn't as it is now. So I guess it changes. Just like fashion, it's cyclical. I really need to watch Saltburn. Have you guys watched Saltburn? It got a Critics' Choice Award nom for Best Picture. It didn't win, but... I don't know. You might be correct, Zeus. Who knows? But I will Google it before next stream and see the origin of it. Hopefully this orange falls. There we go. Damn, that was good. I don't know how accurate that representation is. Like, makeup-wise from Hollywood, from about, like, Egyptians. But I know that they wore makeup. And with the hieroglyphics, I feel like from Egyptian hieroglyphics that I've seen on, like, Nat Geo, their makeup kind of looks like there's, like, a cat eye. It's obviously very... like a lot thicker because they don't have little pens back in the day, but like it was a cat eye faux show. Well, let's see if we're gonna get a double watermelon here. Last game before I move into politics. No, no, no. I'm gonna let that fall. See what happens. Whoa, 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 whoa. Giants there. Aww. That's a lot of pressure, DM. A lot of pressure. I'm trying really hard. I still can't believe I got that watermelon earlier. And also, like Zeus, I don't know if you found this, sometimes you just need to kind of let it sit and it'll like buffer. Things will drop and merge. I don't know if you found this. Oh, and Japanese letters in your game equals Japan is close to China equals therefore your game is CCP propaganda. What? What kind of logic is that? There are people though, like when I first came to America, there were people that were like, oh, where are you from? And I'm like, Hong Kong. They're like, oh, Japan, that's great. And I'm like, nah, dude, it's not in Japan. Japan actually attacked us on the same day that they attacked Pearl Harbor. We still find bombs from time to time. I think they attacked us on Christmas, maybe? And then they went into the mainland and killed a bunch of people and like raped people and killed children. It was bad. So yeah. When is too much fruit, they sometimes go towards the line. Like the top? I'm confused. Japanese had an image washing that is probably the best marketing campaign of all time. Yeah. I mean, yeah. People don't hate the Japanese anymore. They're actually viewed in Asia by other Asians too. As the most polite Asians, and the nicest Asians and the cleanest Asians. Well, barring the Singaporeans being cleanliness. But they are often seen as the most polite Asians. So there definitely was some sort of image recreation there. And like, thinking back to my childhood, like, even my grandmother didn't hate Japanese people. Or like, you know, like I never really met anyone that was like, you know, hated the Japanese, even though it's so recent, World War II, and them attacking, basically, like, taking control of our country. They killed a bunch of Canadian and British troops that were there. Marco Polo Bridge incident. What? What are you talking about, Owen? I'm confused. It's not they don't hate, but they love. I could understand like the culture, like a lot of people like Hollywood, but they still don't like America because because the imperialism. Who is they? I'm a little bit confused. There's a lot of theys and a lot of different parties that you're talking about. Clarify, please. Or specify, actually. That was the Japanese first attack on China. Lol. It's not lol. It was tragic, dude. Have you seen Ip Man? Watch Ip Man. It's a great kung fu movie. Even with subtitles. Just, it's great. It's got Ip Man 2 is great too, as well. Ooh. Pre-Watermellon. Yeah, but I highly recommend Ip Man and Ip Man 2. Very guy-friendly and very white people-friendly. Might be on Netflix or Prime. Okay, yes, during World War II. They equals the people who like Hollywood stuff but don't like America. Okay. It's not they don't hate, but they love America. I could understand that the culture, like a lot of people like Hollywood, but they still don't like America because of him. America isn't imperialist, though. At least not. Hassan would say different, but oh, Hassan had Aaron on earlier. I was watching. Was it earlier? He had Aaron on, who's another political streamer, but he streams about mostly Asia or Central, like Sri Lankan, I think, is his main political stuff. But he'll tie in some American politics. But like, he's been on Hassan's stream before, but I think Hassan brought him on again to explain more about Pakistan and Iran, because he knows more about that than Hassan does. So yeah, I suggest you guys go check him out if you are interested in politics that are a little bit less American centric, but is covered in English, if that makes sense. America used to be imperialist, not to the extent of Europe, at least. Lost a lot of respect for Hassan recently. Tell me more, Owen, tell me more. What made you lose respect for him? brought on some Houthi who literally called people he didn't like sons of Jews. Oh, he did that? The Houthi guy did that? Cringe. I mean, I'm sure that gave him a lot of publicity, and that's why he's the top lefty streamer. You know, he does things like that, and he has access like that. I did not watch that interview yet, but so I can't say. Oh my god, Zeus. Oh my god, TM. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Okay, wait, gotta focus. What am I doing now? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. What am I doing? No! Watermelon! Like a literal anti-Semite. I mean, you know, he's the Houthi guy. Of course he's gonna be anti-Semitic. You know? He's the Houthi pirate guy. That went viral because he was like on TikTok and because he was handsome, right? Did he... Now, if he said that, the Houthi guy said that, and Hassan didn't push back, then I'd be like, okay, that is disappointing. Did Hassan push back, Owen? Or did he just let the Houthi guy just slide and say like some anti-Semitic shit? You took a screenshot? Yeah! No, the Houthi guy said it on Twitter like a month ago. Oh, so he didn't say it on stream, on Hassan's stream? Like, it wasn't during the interview? That's a little different then. Obviously, it's not... So basically, you're upset because he is platforming an anti-Semite. And a lot of people platform racists in America, you know? And like, or like sexists, like Andrew Tate, you know? Like, there's an argument of like, some people don't even want to have leftists who are like pro-Palestinian because they're like, oh, you're anti-Semitic because you are pro-Palestine or anti-Israel. You can be anti what Israel is doing now and still not be an anti-Semite. You know what I mean? By the way, Portugal has history with Japan too. Portuguese tried to stop the prosecution that was happening against Christian people. Oh, really? Martin Scorsese did a movie about it with Andrew Garfield starting. Oh, wait, which movie, Zeus? That's interesting. Oh, and yeah, I don't like racists/sexists or anti-Semites in any way. That includes Hassan's stream. You think Hassan is an anti-Semite because he interviewed the Houthi guy? Or do you think like his views are like turning anti-Semitic now? Okay, what do you mean? Hassan gave an anti-Semite legitimacy. Okay, so he platformed... You don't like that he platformed an anti-Semite. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's definitely part of the drama that he has on him right now. Dang, did I screw that up? Hassan is not anti-Semitic. Yes, I agree with that. I don't think that he is anti-Semitic himself. But you're disappointed in him recently because he platformed an anti-Semite. That is fair. I understand how you feel. I can understand that that would be frustrating. I haven't seen that stream. So I don't know what the tone was of that stream as well. No. Whoa. Oh, new high score though. At least I got a new high score. Well, it wasn't the highest score, but it was a high score. At least we got one melon. True. We will get there one of these days. One of these streams and one of the games in these streams, we will get 2 waddies. 2 waddies, baby. Alright. Was that my personal best? I don't know if it was. I think it was like 100 off my personal best. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Either way, we had 1 watermelon. Okay. So I know I have a little bit of foreign policy lined up, but like I said, I covered a lot of foreign policy earlier. So, okay.
Yesterday, Senator Bernie Sanders took to the floor of the Senate urging his colleagues to pass a resolution asking for accountability
and they shot him down.
That will require the Biden administration to report on possible, quote, violations of internationally recognized human rights by the government of Israel, and to certify that, quote, no unit of the Israeli security forces receiving U.S. assistance has committed any gross violations of human rights. Only 11 senators of 100 supported moving the resolution to even be considered for a vote. The vast majority voted to just table it.
Who were the 6? I mean, who were the 11?
Senator Bernie Sanders, independent Vermont. He chairs the Health, Education.
And he's Jewish.
It's good to have you, Senator. First, so some context here. My understanding is that it is already the case under U.S. law, and this is due to things that happened during the Cold War, in which was found the U.S. was supplying arms to various governments that were using those arms then for human rights abuses, that it's already a part of U.S. law.
They won't even
the State Department has to certify when they give weapons to anyone, doesn't matter who it is, that those weapons are not being used to violate international humanitarian
That's
law.
right. Chris, this is a long-standing law that says something that's very sensible.
I know, Owen.
If the taxpayers of this country
they're gonna reel him in.
Equipment to any.
They always attack Bernie. They feign to be the left legacy media, the left-wing media, big media, but they're just shills for the DNC and the moderates. You know? They're not really the left-wing. They claim to be the left equivalent of Fox being the right. You know? But it's not really.
Nation on earth.
Especially since they got rid of Mehdi Hassan and all the other, Muslim anchors that are basically the future of MSNBC. If they, as their older viewers die off, they need to have these young, fresh-minded people come in if they want to maintain their lefty status, or they're just going to move into CNN territory, and they're never going to win against CNN, because CNN's lane is their moderates, right?
have to make sure that that country is
Yeah,
using
Mehdi
it
was so based. I was so
consistent with
shocked that they got
international
rid of
law
Mehdi
and human rights.
and
This
not
is
shocked at the same
long-standing. That's
time.
correct.
And so explain to me what the vote was on yesterday in that context.
What the vote was on yesterday was to have the State Department
Agreed, Owen.
do a study on whether or not Israel was violating international law and human rights. And given the fact that many of the weapons that Israel
wish he
has
was
used
president.
in the last 100 days come from the United States of America, we certainly have a right to know that. My view from day one, Chris, has been that Israel...
My question is that if Congress and the Biden administration are so sure that Israel are righteous and are using all of our military aid properly, why are they afraid to let this go through? Why wouldn't they just let it go through? They got nothing to hide, right?
has the right to respond to Hamas's barbaric attack on October 7th. But they do not have the right to go to war against the entire Palestinian people, which is what we are seeing right now. And as you've just mentioned, the humanitarian situation in Gaza now is unbelievably bad. And we're looking at the possibility of hundreds of thousands of children starving. We cannot allow that to happen.
You know, we've had reporting throughout here, and I think it's quite established.
They're not just starving,
the
they're dying of
administration,
dysentery, dying of bombs, dying of
even
getting their limbs chopped off without
between
anesthesia.
the president and Benjamin Netanyahu have been
I know,
urging
we could have had 8 years with Bernie. Can you imagine in America with 8 years of Bernie Sanders as president? Oh, it would... Like, exactly. And, like, it's just shocking. Like, Bernie is technically older than Biden, but you can tell that he is still there. Like, his brain is still there. He is sharp, you know? So it's like, it's insane. It's insane. Like, even Trump, even though he seems kind of more spry than Biden, he does have some old person gaffes that, like, doesn't make sense. But he's on, like, so many uppers that you can tell. And also his personality that, like, he doesn't seem like a walking corpse. And Bernie actually has good policies and is based, in my opinion. But that's why the DNC did everything that they could so that he would lose. The first time around and the second time around.
Timeline, a vision for a post-conflict form of reconstruction to ratchet down the intensity and scale of bombardment. As of yet, that doesn't seem like it's happening. I just wonder, like, as a U.S. Senator, does anyone have any sense of a timeline here? Is this when this phase of this war might end?
I think there is a huge frustration when we see President Biden appropriately saying that he is concerned about indiscriminate bombing
the problem
and the
is,
humanitarian disaster, urging Netanyahu and his right-wing government to do the right thing.
Spearheaded and created
Netanyahu
in the United
says,
States
hey,
of America.
You know, screw you. We will do exactly what...
Like, who's gonna inherit that? Who's gonna be the next leader of that? And to unite us, you know? He was able to unite the left. But I don't know who can do that right now, who's a politician. And he's not going to live forever. Bernie's getting old, you know? So, like, Ro Khanna, yeah, AOC is too disliked. Ro Khanna, he's, I don't know. Yeah, no way, Ilhan Omar, no way. She wouldn't get enough moderate votes. AOC is less disliked than Ilhan Omar because people are racist. Ro Khanna, I don't know. He has he politics sometimes. And I think in general he has good intentions, but he politics a little too much. And some of his votes and some of his, like, policies aren't as good as Bernie. The reason why I love Bernie, one of the reasons why anyway, is that he's consistent. He's consistent. And even when he's politicking, he's still on the right side, in my opinion. Correct side, not the right side, the correct side.
What we want to do and when we want to do. So the bombing right now, what we are looking at, I want people to appreciate this. 70% of the housing units in Gaza.
Hold on, let me rewind because I think Bernie made a good point. But also, Zeus, you made a good point. I think there should be term limits for Congress. There's term limits for presidents. So why not Congress, people? Or at least a way where, like, I would be sad to see Bernie go, but, like, there's a lot of other geriatric people running the country who are fading mentally. And it's really sad. But they should not be running our country. In any other job, if you're in that state of mind, you'd be fired. Like, ageism in work is so real. I don't know how. Like, what's the average age in Congress? They should not be allowed to die while on the seat. I think that's a little too old.
Right-wing government to do the right thing. And Netanyahu basically says, hey, screw you. We will do exactly what we want to do and when we want to do it.
Somebody's got to remind Biden.
The bombing right now, what we are looking
we're the
at, I want people to
superpower.
Appreciate this. 70% of the housing units in Gaza have been damaged or destroyed. You got 1.9 million people who have been displaced from their homes. They need food, they need water, they need medical supplies. As I mentioned a moment ago, children are now on the verge of starvation. This is not what the people of America want when they provide billions of dollars to Israel.
Exactly.
And it's high time that we told Netanyahu that he's not getting another nickel unless he radically changes his attitude towards the Palestinian people and the nature of his military campaign.
I am shocked that they are allowing Bernie to say this on air. And not like in like a smaller show. Like All In and Chris Hayes, I don't know what time slot he has, but it's not an insignificant, it's not that far from prime time. So people are going to see this clip, and I'm very surprised. I'm hoping that they're trying to turn a page. I don't know. I know a lot of them don't want to get fired. like Mehdi. So
two of your colleagues, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was
64?
Senator Van Hollen and Senator Merkley, both went to Rafah. Right. That, of course, is the border
64?
town between Gaza and Egypt proper. And Jeff Merkley wrote this. I just want to read it to you and get your reaction because there's a bunch of issues in getting that humanitarian aid in.
I don't want a 64-year-old driving me in a car.
Medical supplies are lined up waiting to be granted entry into Gaza.
Let alone
even if all the items on a truck have been pre-approved by Israel to ensure they are not, quote, dual-use items that have a potential military purpose. Israeli authorities can and do still reject some items as an inspection site. And then this is interesting. And if a single item is rejected, the entire truckload is rejected. How concerned are people, you and your colleagues, about the specter of mass starvation, which is what the World Food Program is warning about?
To me, it's unbelievable. I mean, how do you say concerned? I would hope that we're more than concerned. We are sitting here supplying the Netanyahu government with the arms they need and in the process of starving hundreds of thousands of children. Concern is too modestly word. We have got to act, and we've got to act now. What Merkley was talking about is not only is the bombing making it impossible for trucks. If you're a truck driver trying to deliver your goods, you're not going to do it when you're getting bombed. But in addition to that, what Israel has done at the border has made it extremely difficult for these trucks to get through. And bottom line here is we cannot turn our backs on the enormity of the suffering that is now taking place in Gaza. We have got to act.
You are a Jewish American. You have family that was killed by Hitler. You've talked about that. You're the closest, I think, any American Jewish candidate has ever come to the presidency, or at least a nomination. And you were in Israel in a kibbutz in your youth. This has been just a wrenching time, I think, for international
American Jews. The fact that he
American
can come out and do
Jews.
this and Biden cannot is saying a lot.
What do you feel and think as a Jew watching all this play out in these last 100 days?
Well, Chris, what
It's
I would
sad.
hope that no matter what my religious background in Italy or in Ireland, I would
Bernie!
feel the same way. But I have to tell you, having spent months in Israel as a kid, knowing the history of anti-Semitism and the Holocaust.
Sanders, thank you for your time today. I appreciate it.
I wish he was president. Oh my God. Ended media on what just happened.
In a vote that happened just last night. We want to start though with a clip of Bernie Sanders kind of talking about it, and maybe Ryan, you can.
I want to see who voted.
Right,
who
so
were
this
the
is
11 people
Senator
who
Bernie
voted
Sanders
with
talking
Bernie?
to Jake Tapper about a resolution
He was
that
on
he
Jake
feel is violating human rights with U.S. weapons. We'll talk about how that vote went on the Senate
Hi,
floor
Zeus.
first. But
Thanks
first,
for
here's
coming back and
Bernie
tuning in.
Sanders
I
talking to
appreciate
Jake
it.
Tapper.
The
Always.
spokesman for the National Security Council, John Kirby, responded to your plan saying, quote, "We do not believe that this resolution is the right vehicle to address these issues. Intensity, and we believe that that transition will be helpful both in terms of reducing civilian casualties as well as increasing humanitarian assistance." Unquote. What do you say to that?
Liar.
I strongly disagree. Jake, we have got to, as Americans...
What I would
take a
say
very deep
is,
breath.
you're lying, John Kirby. You're a liar.
What is going on in Gaza right now is a horrendous humanitarian catastrophe. We're looking at 23,000 people who have been killed, almost 60,000 have been wounded, and 2/3 of the people who have been killed are women and children. You're looking at 70% of the housing units in Gaza that have been destroyed. Jake, if I use the word Dresden, Germany to you, you think about the horrific destruction during World War II of that city. What is going on in Gaza now in 3 months is worse than what took place in Dresden over a 2-year period. This is a catastrophe. And now...
The fact that he's Jewish and that his family were in the Holocaust protects him. Because AIPAC can't be like, you're an anti-Semite. So he's kind of protected at this point. And I think that's why CNN and MSNBC feel like they have a little bit more leeway in having Bernie Sanders on talking about this. That's just a theory. That's my theory.
According to the United Nations, after you have 1.9
Exactly,
million people
Owen.
displaced from their homes, they don't have food, they don't have water, they don't have medical equipment, they don't have fuel. What you are looking at is imminent starvation. Children are starving to death. So my view has been from the beginning, Israel has a right to respond to this horrific terrorist attack from Hamas. But you do not have a right to go to war against an entire people, women and children.
So Ryan, that was, to your point, before Congress actually
That's
voted
him
on this.
getting
What can you tell us about what was on the
animated
table
there.
as they went to vote yesterday, late last night, actually?
Right, and also, so the UN, to back up what Bernie Sanders is saying about starvation, UN Special Rapporteur put out a joint statement
But
yesterday
Israel is saying that the
currently
UN
every
are
single
Hamas,
person in
aren't
Gaza
they?
is hungry. A quarter of the
It
population
doesn't matter
are
what the UN
starving
says.
and struggling
'Cause
to
they're
find
Hamas.
food and drinkable water, and famine is imminent. And so they put it
They
on
said that. I'm
they
not
put-
making
were you
this up.
surprised to see Rand Paul's? I wasn't.
No, not at all. And actually, I wasn't surprised specifically because when we had our discussion with him, what was that, about a month ago now? Maybe a little longer than a month ago. I felt like he was really engaging with the questions that...
You never know
He
with
was
Rand
pretty
Paul,
critical
that's the
and
thing.
willing to, like, be
Sometimes
thinking
he's
pretty
based,
openly about
sometimes
this.
he's not.
Right, and
based.
I
That's the
feel
thing
like
about Rand
he's
Paul.
generally one of the standouts in the Republican Party when it comes to looking at our Middle Eastern policy and all of that. So not entirely surprising, although given how intense the sort of party line has been in the last couple of months on this one, I mean, vote your conscience. It's impressive always.
So there were about 11 people whose consciences told them to vote, with Bernie Sanders. See if we can put the
Okay, there we
next
go.
element up
Finally,
there.
a news. Finally, not mainstream, not legacy media that has infinite budget, but independent media actually putting up the names of who voted. All right. Senate just voted 72-11 to kill Senator Sanders' resolution to have the State Department report Israel's human rights abuses against Palestinians. Senators voting not to kill it: Butler, Heinrich, Hirono, Lujan, Markey, Merkley, Paul, Sanders, Van Hollen, Warren, Welch. Of course, Warren. Of course, Warren. Oh. This is sad, man. This is sad. This, looking back in history, this would be a dark mark on American history, on the American political, history, I guess, political record, I think. But not for these people. Not for these people who voted for not to kill it.
There,
I think
because
that
he
was
is purposely
frozen.
carrying aid and sparking what
I
the
think
UN
they
is
should
describing as famine
mandate
conditions.
these
So the vote
senators
was
to all
72
go
to
to
11.
Gaza to visit.
And Ryan, I think that
Where's
means
everybody else?
I was just gonna
Bunch
say,
of Republicans not there because was it Democrats who missed it? I can look, but
it's an interesting question.
A bunch of Republicans had missed a couple other votes.
This happened at 8 p.m.
Yeah.
last night, so on a Tuesday night. And so 72-11, it's pretty
Was that
resounding.
buffering?
No,
Did
and
you
again,
guys miss
the
a
element we
lot
just
of
had up
that
on the screen
just
was a
now?
tweet. And the way that it was put there is the Senate just voted 72-11 to kill Senator Sanders'
Yeah, I
resolution
think
to have
it
the State
was.
Department report Israel's human rights abuses
I'm
against
working on my
Palestinians.
internet, man.
And Ryan, though,
I
what you're
have
saying
this,
is that it's a little
Ethernet
different
thing
even
that I
than
have to
that. It's a
buy
little
an adapter
softer even
for.
than that. It's not so much a
It'll
report
happen in
Israel's human
February.
rights abuses. It's report on potential.
Mac.
It's,
Are they
it's
happening?
investigate.
And then I have to get
Are
an
they doing anything
extension
wrong?
cord.
Kirby's response is interesting. He's saying we don't
I
need
don't
to do
think
this
your sound
because
works.
Israel has assured us that it's
This is what I'm saying. There is something wrong with Streamlabs. I'll stream for 2.5 hours, and then I'll stream for 2.5 hours, and then it'll suddenly just stop. Okay, let me pull myself up. Let's just see. Let me pull myself up. Testing, testing, testing. No, my sound is not working. My fucking A. Testing. Hello? Testing, testing. I'm going to have to restart.